What's up, guys? I'm standing here with DJ producer Morgan Page. He's remixed some amazing artists like Katy Perry, Madonna, Tegan and Sara. He's also a Grammy-nominated artist in his own right. I think it's the first time we've had him here at NAMM. It's a real honor. Morgan, welcome. How's it going?
It's going great. Glad to be here. Yeah.
Well, first of all, we want to say congrats on the release of the Morgan Page EMP Toolbox. How does it feel to have your own bundle?
That's an honor. I never imagined it would happen, so it's really cool. Yeah.
Well, you just got done giving a whole presentation about your EMP Toolbox. Can you maybe, for the viewers at home who weren't lucky enough to be here, tell a little bit about what you went over?
Yeah, I played an unreleased track, something I'm working on for the next album. So we kind of went through explaining the creative process and what I look for in plugins and why I chose these plugins for the toolbox. So picked my favorite plugins, kind of showed some of my tricks for using Vocal Rider, for using Maserati VX1, for using HEQ, and kind of explained it in depth, so it was cool. So I always want to start with a really big kick, or a kick that's appropriate for the track. And then I add in other percussion. Hi-hats to move things along. There's rides in there, rides to kind of fill out the top end frequencies, a little more of the 10K and above. And I really filter those rides on this one. As you can see, getting rid of a lot of that low end information. The drums are established. I've got this nice layered sound. You can hit the mic switch for instant distortion. So if I want something to pop out with a little more texture, I'll add some distortion in there. It'll take up less bandwidth. I can actually bring it down in the mix. It's really useful to have that available.
You always be my phantom love. I'm missing the days thinking about you. All the ways it could have been. It's not the same without you. You always be the one I love. I'm missing the days thinking about you. Were these feelings ever real? Spending my days without you.
You and Dave Auday are the first electronic artists that we've ever collaborated with on a product. What exactly is the EMP Toolbox, or who is it for? Who could benefit from a bundle like that?
I think it's for any level of producer that appreciates workflow, being quick in their work. And the whole reason I chose every one of those plugins is they do the job quickly, and there's not a lot of messing around. You throw them on, it sounds better, you move on. So I think if you're an experienced engineer, you'll appreciate that. If you're a new producer, even better.
I know you've got two vocal plugins in there. You got Vocal Rider and you got the Maserati VX1, which I saw you explaining. You use the VX1 sort of for tone shaping of the vocal, is that correct?
Yeah, I like the Maserati just to get a quick, lush vocal sound, and then use Vocal Rider to kind of let that ride, let the dynamics happen.
Now, the Signature Series, people think that it's really just for somebody who kind of doesn't know what they're doing and they can put a plugin on and they'll get the sound that they want. You obviously know very well what you're doing, yet you still choose to use something like the Tony Maserati Signature plugin. Why are professionals in general, why would they use a Signature Series plugin?
I think it's just ease of use, and if it provides the color and the flavor that you want for that vocal, and you don't need to put 5 different compressors in a series, then great. I don't like to stack too many plugins on the bus, and I think that's one thing that I like. I can insert a channel strip, or I can insert a signature plugin and get a result fairly quickly.
The reverb plugin you have in there is TrueVerb, which is, of course, that was our first reverb plugin, one of the first that we put out. Since then, we've put out Renaissance Reverb, IR1 Convolution, the Manny Marroquin Reverb. Yet you still choose to use a reverb from 20 years ago, which is actually a lot of people do, but I'm just curious if you could talk a little about why that reverb, or where you're using it and what for.
I think I like TrueVerb just for simplicity. Again, just an old standby that I can trust. I do really like the Manny Marroquin reverb. I like that. I use that on LS sessions as well. But both great reverbs.
Great. Well, I want to say thank you again for coming here. It's been awesome having you. It was an awesome presentation. For those of you who aren't yet familiar with the Morgan Page EMP Toolbox, you can download a free demo, 7-day full working demo. I highly suggest that you watch Morgan's EMP Toolbox tutorial video. He pretty much does similar to what you did here at the session. Goes through every plugin in depth. It's a really great video. Morgan, thanks again for coming out to NAMM.
Thanks.